Welcome back to the One Man Show.
Yeah.
Same industries by one man.
Yep.
No
it's
one.
just who is it? You or me?
It's just Stephanie. She
Just
does all the
Stephanie.
voices. She's multi-talented.
She is.
She's the best person we know.
Yes. Better than you. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about because I just told you that the Odd Ones Out did a like how he's got like 5 people to make an animation, and you were very disappointed to hear that.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know how we got to it, but yeah, we started talking about the other ones out and Jaden Anime. Yeah, we were talking about animation channels that use extremely cheap animation in order to pump videos out quickly.
Yeah.
And he kind of got onto them, and he's saying that Jaden Animations and apparently the other ones have teams of people to help them, and I don't know, man. It just kind of upsets me for some reason. It's just like it makes me go, oh man, I don't know what it is. I guess it's just sort of like as soon as you start hiring people, I guess it kind of comes across to me as like, okay, this is you're taking it like a job and you're trying to get it out as fast as possible, which means that you can't put in as much care and love into it. Not to say that I thought there was lots of care and love into it, but I remember Jaden Animations in particular. I was really impressed with her animations. Like, oh wow, like they're actually pretty well animated, like animated. And now you're telling me that apparently that actually might not be her, and it's like, oh, okay. I mean, like it's fine. Like I'm not judging them or anything like that. Like it's if get on that grind, girl. But like, I don't know.
Maybe you just you feel like you like the idea of YouTube as like everyone's like their own thing, and
I guess that's
they
kind of
don't like you like the idea of like the small time person or something like that.
Maybe I don't know. If I guess if it weirdly feels like robotic once they like factory made. That's probably not.
It starts to turn into television and
it was
and
like
film. It starts to get bigger than you feel YouTube should be, or the way that YouTube used to be, which is like it used to be everyone's their own thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just like getting help implies that like they want to make the videos faster, which means that they're trying to get them out faster, which means that they're trying to make it more of a job and make it more like get paid more and etc. And it's like obviously that's I guess I'm just less impressed with them now to know like I'm now wondering like how many of their videos, how long have they been had people with them working with them. I don't know, like the passion just like it. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe it's just me, but like I think maybe this kind of goes into my current feelings with YouTube and making videos. Like I really want to do it for the passion and not for like the money or the feel that you have to and stuff like that. And I'm like, man.
Well, maybe it's you have
like,
this idea because I've got a little bit of this idea that if you only make like 5 videos a year, that's somehow a bad thing.
No, not necessarily. I mean, well, maybe.
I think that's all I made last year. In 2019, I made 5 videos for Super Cosmo Beanie. And they were the only high quality content. I made no videos for the Beanie Talks. I think I made one. It was the Christmas video. But then at the end of it, I was like, yeah, I did like a blog post talking about how the year went for that channel. And said, I made 5 videos, and that's okay because I'm happy with those videos, and each of those videos did really well, and so, they each did really well, and I'm very happy with the results of the year, even though, statistically speaking, it's a worse year than the year before and the year before that. Like, so it looks like it's going downhill, but it's not. Per video, it's better than ever. It's the best it's ever been. There hasn't been a time this good. Like there isn't as big an audience as I've had in the past for videos that I've done, but that's okay. I just keep working onwards and upwards, and it's all gonna. I'm pretty happy with it. And I think actually going to Supercars events gives me more excitement about making more videos and gives me little ideas I get to enjoy the thing a bit more.
I guess that's the thing. I feel like once you start betraying this is so dramatic, by the way, and I'm not trying to the other ones out in Jaden Animation, they're great, they're amazing. There's literally nothing like like that. I don't have a problem with. That's what I'm trying to say. I just think I feel that once you start betraying the thing that you're all about, I don't know. I'm just about the passion right now in YouTube, and I'm against like the forcing yourself to make videos, and like it just comes across as like I have to make a video, but it's hard and it takes time. I'm gonna hire people, you know, rather than I want to make a video and I want to animate it, you know.
Yeah.
I felt this way a little bit when Oni Plays started hiring artists for their thumbnails, because Chris O'Neill is an artist, and he used to draw all of them, but then he stopped. I'm like, but why did you stop? And it's like,
just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, well, it's just like probably wasn't feeling it. Probably takes too much time, and also like he's more of he considers himself to be a musician first and an artist second.
Yeah.
Like how I always considered myself to be
an artist first
and a
YouTuber.
YouTuber second.
Yeah.
So that's probably what it is, you know. So that's, you know, it's fine. But I remember I did feel really kind of like, oh man, he's like, really? But that was such a thing about it. And it just comes across, I don't know, I can't really describe it other than like, it's for the money, or just for the thing. You know what I'm saying? Am I coming across? I don't know. It just, like, the second that you betray, like you pass off something that like would be fun to someone else.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it you don't, you try,
it comes across to me
not
like,
to go
if I was like, okay,
and professional.
To me, it comes across as if like I suddenly stopped drawing Cass and was just the writer. You know.
Yeah.
For me, a big part of the enjoyment is the drawing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it comes across as like you're giving away this part for what you know, because it's just more effective and efficient that way. When, you know, I don't know, I relish it. I find it extremely fun to draw for Cass. You know, it's like a big part of it. Yeah, it's one of the most time-consuming parts. And if I, you know, gave it to someone else to do, I would definitely, you know, get more of it done quicker. But it's not about that. It's not about getting it done quicker. It's about having fun and enjoying it, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know what my problem is what I'm trying to say. I'm just kind of, I don't know.
You're just like true people, I guess. People who they do the hard work and make the good products. And it's like it's a good person.
I guess something like that. I just don't see myself doing it. Maybe that's all it is. Is that I you know, as we all do, we compare ourselves to others, whether we want to or not. It just happens for a lot of us, and I compare myself to them, and it's like I see them in a position that I would eventually want to get to. You know, as a really popular person known for my artwork.
Yeah.
That's my goal personally, and so to see them kind of, you know, like that's what they're known for. They're known for animation, and then to find out that like actually they only do a little bit of the animation is like, oh, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I keep saying that, but I'm really struggling to articulate my thoughts here.
There was a thing I used to watch on Newgrounds called Zelda Unknown Origins, and it's been sort of rebooted like 2 or 3 times, but the original series was just this guy and his mates, and they did all the voiceovers. And eventually it got to a stage where some of Scoot, who's the main guy's friends, moved on in their lives and went on to bigger, better things, or sort of fell out of the friend group. And so then they started hiring like actors or voice actors for the show. And I think that's where it started to die.
Right.
Is
the second it just kind of started going a bit corporate.
It lost its innocence, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I just really see the appeal in like that kind of just like a guy doing their best.
Yeah.
And like doing all the work. I mean, obviously I don't see, like, I don't want to encourage like, oh, you know, you shouldn't get help or anything like that. It's definitely not what I'm saying. I would love to get help for some of my stuff, but it's like, I don't know. I just feel like when you start like offsetting things and it starts becoming like, you know, you're doing it so you to maximize views, and like, you know, when you're doing an animated story time, what is it, every month or whatever that they're trying to do?
Yeah.
I just kind of go like, I don't know, man.
And they're barely story times anymore. They're just like, I did this challenge, and this is the video. And I'm like, well, this is absolute garbage.
Well, that's, I mean, like, it's opinion, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's trying to like
Yeah.
assembly line, I guess works.
Yeah.
So
Well,
to kind of
yeah.
assembly line videos, right? It like the second you start doing that, the passion starts going away, you know,
Yeah.
and that personalized touch to me starts to kind of disappear. And
I did
that's
that.
and I just value that greatly.
I started to do that in 2013. I did a show called actually, and at the start of 2014, I did a show on Mr. Mabini called Prison Architecture Day 200, and there was like a documentary about the game Prison Architect where I just look around at my prison and focus on specific things, and it would take me a while to make an episode, and eventually I thought, how am I supposed to make lots of these? Because I want to make lots of them. I want to release them quite regularly. So I got to a stage where I went, alright, I'm going to record all the episodes. I'm just going to record this area and this person and this area and that person and do all that. And so I did that, and towards the end, I think maybe not towards the end, because I think maybe it got to a stage where I started to think, I don't like making this show anymore. And then I even released a video that was going to be an episode, but I got bored with it.
Right.
And so I threw in like an audio clip from Batman. Like the Batman
Why-
movie, the Tim
why?
Burton Batman movie.
You're just bored?
Yeah, I was just bored of making the show.
Damn.
And so I did that. And what I actually did with it was I was like, this is like a secret t-shirt competition. Like if somebody, all I had to do is be like, hey, can I have the t-shirt? And then I'll send them the t-shirt. That's still active, by the way. I still have a t-shirt.
Can I have a
but-
t-shirt?
You might have the t-shirt actually.
Oh.
It was the one I gave for my 16th birthday or
Oh,
something.
right, yeah.
Yeah. After that, something changed. I think I started to enjoy it a bit more. I started to have fun with it, respect it, and I think what happened was, it was my prison burned down, and I had to rebuild the whole thing. So I started running out of time in game to get it done, to get the series finished.
Yeah.
Because like the idea of day 200 is that I wasn't up for the 200th day. Day 129, prison burned down, and then on day like 160 or something, I got it back up and running and started making the show again. So I started running out of time, and then I started to enjoy making the show again. And then the final episode did a behind the scenes of how I actually made the show. Like it started off like I had this fun idea, and then I got to a stage where I was really bored of making it, and then towards the end I started to like it again because it was about to end. And so I was like, well, let's just enjoy the end of this, but I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
So, and like this was me wrapping everything up to go to AIM Industries. So it was just sort of part of that. Everything's closing down. Get ready for a new exciting era.
Yeah. To TLDR it, just
Yeah.
my thoughts on the general topic that we had in this episode. I just feel I'm all about passion. I'm all about enthusiasm, and I'm all about, you know, making quality products because you want to.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason. That's my whole thing with YouTube right now. That's why I stopped making videos, because I wasn't feeling the passion anymore. And I'm all about it. And I don't want to become like my videos to be factory made, assembly line videos. And to see people that I respect and like a lot, like Jaden Animations and the old ones out, to fall down that kind of path where I don't know how they're actually feeling, but to see them kind of, you know, getting to the point where obviously they're trying to get these videos out as quickly as possible. And it's by hiring more animators and stuff, and in a sense kind of sacrificing what would be to me the part that they're most known for and most, you know, the most enjoyment you get out of the videos is upsetting. Anyway, next time. Bye bye.